Ep- Episode 28 of the We'll Just Agree
To disagree, what is so funny.
podcast. I wish they could see all the behind the scenes. One day we're gonna do a video of just bloopers.
Bloopers, that'll work.
Oh God, I am Ryan Lee.
And I am Beyonce Fox. Hey, Ryan.
What up, B? How are you?
Man, episode 28, dude. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Like, it's going fast, yeah?
On the last episode, B called me out.
Yes, I did.
She was right. That was, and you know, I went back. It was on episode 3 that we discussed it.
3?
It was on
episode 25 episodes ago.
Episode 3.
Wow.
That Beyonce was adamant that Chloe and Holly will eventually split and do their own thing, and I was defending them tooth and nail. But as we can see, Chloe dropped her new song, Have Mercy, and she just performed at the VMAs. And Beyonce, now that the VMAs have happened and we discussed it last episode, what were your thoughts? Because if you recall, I said, I think this performance will kind of show us if she's ready to be a solo artist. What are your thoughts?
You did say that. I'll give you that. I always knew that she was ready to be a solo artist, which is why I made the comment that she and her sister will no longer be a duo. Not saying that they won't be together ever again, but I am saying that we know Chloe is strong. She's they are Beyonce's protege. You can see Beyonce all over her mannerisms, her choreography, her look. The MTV Video Music Awards, that performance, in my opinion, for this to be her debut performance as a solo artist, I got 2 words for it. Overtly sexual. Just way too much. Please don't call me a prude. Please don't say I'm old school, because I'm not. But I just need these young ladies to know, yes, we know sex sells. That's our society. I get it. I guarantee if I posted a photo of myself looking like this next to a photo of myself in a bathing suit with some high heels with my legs oiled up, makeup and hair, I guarantee that other photo will get way more likes than the one of me looking like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be real with you, B. It will.
Okay, so that's my point. Everything is sex. Sex sells. It's been doing this for generation after generation. So I feel like maybe she should have come out explosive, but maybe not so overtly sexual, because now where are you going to take it? You started here, sweetheart. What room is there for you to grow? That's just me. I like her. She's a
okay.
Great
So 1 out of 10. I just said what I would give it. 1 out of 10. What would you give it? Be real, B.
She's a great performer. She is, but it was overtly sexual.
What, B? 1 out of 10. What are you giving it?
6.
Okay, that's what I said. 6. I don't think it was bad. Here's the problem. I think one, I didn't get when it started off demonic with the screaming and all that. I said, what? Why are these artists going down this route? What does this have any? And maybe I have to understand the song more, but I was confused. We went from demonic to twerking to humping the ground to licking the mic to, I was confused. I think there were some parts in there that she killed, like when the music broke down and she did the dance part.
Oh yeah.
Did it remind me of Beyonce? Absolutely. But did she still kill it? Absolutely. But then I thought it kind of got sloppy. Then it was on the floor. Then it was here. Then it was there, everywhere. I give it a 6. I think we expected more, to be honest. I think what I don't like is that I think Chloe and Holly were that different lane that you were thinking of as a duo. I felt like they weren't so much sexual. It was just like their talent was raw, and you know, they were different in their own kind of lane that young girls could look up to them. I think Chloe's going on her own. She went more towards the sexual route because I think right now she's in a season of her life that's where she wants to be. She's spoken on that a lot. This is a side note from the performance. I've noticed that they're not matching each other on the red carpets like that anymore. I don't know if you guys know, they used to be in the same, at least, field of color or
like they coordinated. They weren't matchy, but they
weren't
coordinated.
matchy at the VMAs nor the Met Gala. And then I don't know if you saw at the Met Gala, they took individual photos and then they came back together. So I mean, they're really showing you now, like, this is all a plan that we're laying out. So we'll start to take individual photos. We're not doing it just cold turkey, but I think it's clear to see what's happening. So I once again say Beyonce was right in that aspect. But really quick before we hop off the VMAs, although Chloe's was a lot, I think Normani's was even more.
Oh, dude.
Normani
again. Too much, overtly sexual. And you know what? I did this on purpose. I asked a couple of guys who are like in their early 20s, late teens, what they thought. And like 6 out of 7 of them were like, yeah, that's a little too much. Shorty overdoing it. Ooh. I wanted to do that purposely. Like, let me get some young men and see their thoughts. Because, you know, you ask the girls all the time and you get like a variety of different thoughts. But I was like, let me see what some of these young men think. They were like, you know,
I think it becomes like leave a tease, like leave some type of imagination. We saw, I mean, it was a lot. And my only thing with Normani, and I texted you this during the VMAs, what can we? I understand you can't sing and dance. Clearly, that is not new. It's not a thing in this generation. Clearly, but can we? One thing I'll give Chloe, because we know she didn't sing the whole time, but it looked like she was singing at least.
Yeah.
Normani didn't even try to hide
it. Lip sync the whole way through.
And that kind of irritated me. Before we get off of VMAs, what did you think of Doja Cat?
I thought she was a little, well, you know, she's a little different to begin with. And I rocks with her. I love her music. Great artist, great performer. I really like Doja Cat a lot, but I think she got a little sidetracked, you know, throughout the VMAs. It was like, okay, what's your focus? Is she doing this on purpose to be different so that she can trend the following day? Which, of course, she did. But I mean, she was good as a host, but I just need her to be a little bit more focused on the subject at hand. Not when you and SZA win for best collaboration, you get up there and you talk about, oh, I look like a worm. What? Can SZA please have her say and accept her award? Like, that was just weird to me.
Let me say one thing, Beyonce. If this podcast ever wins any type of award and you get up there and talk the whole time about you look like a worm to where I'm awkwardly standing here, and by the time I even think about going to the mic, they cut the music on, this will be the last podcast that we would do. If I'm SZA, there will be no more collabs with Doja Cat until we get to reenact this. That was so petty, and I'm glad that SZA's dad actually called Doja Cat out. How do you get up there, talk about random stuff, then talk about the song? You won best collab. You both should be speaking. I don't care if it was just Doja Cat's song and SZA was featured on it. Then tell her to come on stage. You played her. She looked like a fool.
Right,
and you look like a fool with your outfit on.
I was so embarrassed and I felt so bad for SZA, but hey, it is what it is. That was her 15 minutes of shine. So we'll let her pass. But next time she's got to really consider whoever she's collaborating with. That wasn't a good look at all.
And I get she's different, but with some of her jokes and everything, like I couldn't get, is this a joke? Am I supposed to laugh or what's going on here?
Yeah, and then some of that you have to chalk up to nervousness too. You know how sometimes you're nervous and you kind of rattle on and you do things that are like, you could have kept that. I think a little bit had to do with her being nervous. But she's a great artist.
I think we should say that not every artist can host.
True.
I think it's safe to say that just because they may be big and popping does not mean they can host a show to keep a show moving as we understand how that is. And there's a skill to that. I'm not even ready for that. Beyonce, on the other hand, can host it in her sleep, but it's a skill to that. And I just think just because she's popular doesn't mean she has to be that. I think, honestly, with it being in New York, with it being like, what was it, their 40th birthday, I think?
Yeah, it was a lot.
They could have had J-Lo do it.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody did that would even, you know, I don't know. I was disappointed.
And one more time before we leave off of the subject of the VMAs, man, Busta Rhymes killed it. Okay. One time for the older school, he killed that thing. All those songs he was playing was back when I first got in the radio, dude. I was in my TV like, yes,
yeah.
Killed it. Yes.
Busta Rhymes showed the difference between back in the day music where it was talent, where you put on a show, you had the crowd hype, you didn't need no background dancers and all them lights and coming down the sky, and you got smoke and fire, you're going to heaven or hell after you watch the performance. No, Busta Rhymes had him, a hype man, a mic, and that stage was lit. Nowadays it's this whole production and you sound a mess.
All that production takes away from the talent. We're trying to distract you.
No, the problem is nowadays that, thank you. There's so much production because the talent is.
Yes. Yeah, we got to buffer this talent a little bit and distract you with the lights and all that. Yeah.
But that's what happens when talent now is based off of social media and TikTok and likes and numbers versus grabbing a mic, going on the stage and killing it vocals or killing it rapping or killing it dancing.
Yeah. I only know 2 artists. Well, there might be more, but 2 major artists that can sing and dance when they're performing. That is Chris Brown and the almighty Queen Bee.
Absolutely.
Period.
Janet?
Okay.
Janet?
Yeah.
Michael?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you're saying like that's alive and going right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yep.
All right, B, what else is going on?
Well, the Met Gala was recently, and your girl Nicki Minaj, she did not go to the Met Gala, which is like one of the biggest attractions for all of the celebrities, the red carpets and such. Jay and Beyonce didn't go either because they are on a Euro vacation right now on a $4 million yacht per week. Must be nice. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Nicki Minaj didn't go because she's not vaccinated. And one of the requirements of attending the Met Gala this year is you must be vaccinated. Just like that will be the requirement for a lot of things coming up. But she got into it. She went on social media and she said she's not vaccinated because first of all, she doesn't feel comfortable. Secondly, a family member's friend was vaccinated and is now impotent. Do we know that to be the cause of his impotency? We don't know. It's not proven. So Dr. Fauci, who we all know, America's doctor, and some news reporters on different channels were just like going in on Nicki, like, how dare you, you've got 2 point whatever million followers. You're telling your followers she's not coming out saying don't get vaccinated, but she's speaking against the COVID-19 vaccine, and she's an influencer. So if you're saying, nah, I'm not vaccinated yet, and I gotta really think about it, and you've got people who are following you, who look up to you, and they're going, oh, well, if Nicki's not, I'm not gonna get vaccinated. You know what I mean? And then to spread that misinformation about it could possibly cause you to become impotent and things like that, not a good look, Nicki. So I just think maybe your personal view about the COVID-19 vaccine is your personal view and opinion. I respect that. She can say whatever she wants, but when you're an influencer like that, you do have to be careful about spreading misinformation.
It's tricky. One, the vaccine topic is a conversation that it's a thin line, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
I completely agree with you that she has a platform and you have to be careful how you use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said she has her personal opinion, and that's okay, right?
Yeah.
It's her personal page. I don't understand what's the issue. She did not say don't take the vaccine. She said, I need to continue to do my research, continue to wear your mask, and blase. In my opinion, there was nothing that was like, I'm not going to get the vaccine because Nicki Minaj just said, don't get it. I don't think there was that. I hate the day and age of, because she did not say, I am vaccinated, I'm going to get it, this and that. Now she's a bad person. Yeah. We can all have different opinions. Just because Nicki may not be comfortable yet, wasn't there a time period that you and I were like, We should do our research. We got to figure out how we feel about this vaccine.
Yes, I didn't want it at first.
Right. So if she's at that stage, who are we to go on television to go at her and down her to where she has to defend herself because what she posted on her personal page? If you don't like it, number one, unfollow. I hate this. And number two, if somebody does not want to get something because of Nicki Minaj, I think we need to look at those people and not Nicki Minaj.
True.
And honestly,
that's true.
I'm gonna give you 100. Usually when Nicki is going back and forth on social media, I hate that stuff. I'll be like, Nicki, I just want to see Nicki rap and kill it. I hate when she does the back and forth. But in this scenario, I was not mad at Nicki. Y'all are mad at her for putting her personal feelings on her personal social media. And even with that, it still was not like, don't get the vaccine. She
right, but Ryan, her personal opinion, all that's cool. That's what I just mentioned. That's fine. She has the right to do that. But when you start spreading misinformation, that's the problem that Dr. Fauci and other people have with her. You can't say, or you can't insinuate that getting the COVID-19 vaccine is going to make you impotent. You can't do that kind of stuff because there's no facts. There's no research to back it up. There's nothing. So I think that was the issue. Like if I walk around and I'm on the air talking about, don't get the COVID-19 vaccine, you might grow another arm.
Well, no, I agree with that. But the lady that first kicked this all off, I can't think of her name, but she was on MS.
Is it Joy Reid?
Yeah.
Joy Reid. Yeah.
She was mad at her just for saying, like, I'm not getting the vaccine. I don't have the vaccine. It wasn't even that she was misleading. And I have to go back and watch the clip. But from what I heard, she was just mad that Nicki was not speaking positive. Let's just say that, how everybody wants it to be. And that is my situation when it comes to politics, when it comes to religion, when it comes to this vaccine. We all have our own opinions and thoughts. You cannot tell somebody, and honestly, whether they got a platform or not, you can't tell somebody. Busta Rhymes just went off last week or 2 weeks ago about not wearing a mask. Did I agree with that? Heck no. But am I gonna go? Why didn't they go off on him for that?
Oh, a few did, but he made it up in that VMA performance though.
With no mask on.
With no mask on.
But I don't know. I just honestly, I get what you're saying, especially about misleading information. Once again, I think a lot of people have done that.
Yeah.
The CDC then did that.
Yeah.
We all have done it. So I just feel like they wanted Nicki to be pro-vaccine immediately. And if you say anything on it to speak positive, but I actually agreed with where Nicki was like, I still need to do my research. Still need to learn, but I'm still wear my mask. Make sure you're still safe. That part of it, I'm not mad at her for.
I'm not either. She has the right to her opinion, as we all do, especially when it comes to our social media, our personal social media. But you know, when you have a platform, people look at you differently, even though we're just as normal as the next person. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt and just be positive. If you're positive, that works, right? No?
Beyonce, don't make me leave this chair again like I had to another episode. I'm trying to stay sitting right here this episode.
And speaking of platforms and social media, I'm so sad. It's being reported that Kanye West unfollowed Kim Kardashian on Instagram. If you unfollow your spouse, that's not a good sign.
Wait, I really want to go check this really quick.
Because I wanted them to reconcile and not go through with the divorce. This has been like the longest process of a divorce. It seems like they've been getting the divorce for the last 5 years.
That Cali divorce is different.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because like you get half and no matter what, it's a whole lot. But yeah,
he don't follow her.
And on a side note, I had a dream about Kanye last night. The weirdest thing ever. We were just out kicking it, dude. It was so weird.
So she follows him still, but he doesn't follow her. But are we really taking this seriously? No.
No,
Do you think, no, this is to get us talking again, which we're doing. They got married in Chicago. Did you not see when she walked out at that, whatever I went to see? They are back together. They not going away. Did you see what she had on at the Met Gala? Did you see her outfit? You telling me that was not Kanye?
Please don't get divorced. Please stay together. You're such a beautiful family. We love you, Kanye. That's all. That's all.
All right, guys, this is episode 28 of the We'll Just Agree. How do you turn
To disagree.
somebody's camera off? I'm about to do you like Doja Cat.
Oh, and thanks for saying my shirt looks like something I can get out of the thrift store, Ryan.
It's dope. It's a dope shirt. And I told Beyonce before this podcast starts, like, this is a dope shirt that you can get out of like a vintage thrift store.
Thanks, Ryan.
It's a dope shirt, though, B.
Thank you. And thank you guys for supporting us and following us on Instagram at We'll Just Agree to Disagree. And we will see you next week when we post a new podcast every Thursday. We can't wait to see you. Comment, like, follow. Bye-bye, Ryan.
Bye, B.
Thrift store. What?
It's thrift store vibe.